Alright guys, so as you can see now, we've dug out a huge space. We're in the process of digging away all this soil around the back here, and what we need to do now is to create a slope that end, and we're going to do this in a tier shape as well. So now we'll need to fill in some of this area with some of the soil. We had to dig it out because of the rock and everything else that's in it. And what I want to do is basically explain to you another reason why we dug it out. As you can see here, we've got all of this junk. Now basically, when this pond was built 30 years ago, the walls, you saw how hard it was for me to jackhammer, and as it turned out, we found all sorts of car parts in here. There's flywheels, there's suspension struts, there's shock absorbers, all sorts. Whatever you do, guys, don't bury this in your garden. It just pollutes the ground. The shock absorbers have got hydraulic fluids in them. It's absolutely crazy to be burying these in the ground. So don't ever do that. And but like I said, so we had to dig it out, and this is the hole we've had to create in order to get it right. But now we can start using the soil that we're taking from over here, and we can use that to create the shape we want. We're going to go for a big tier with this big drop off here. I've still got a jackhammer out the part out of the middle there, but I want to create the outside first because it'll be easier then for me to clean out the middle. I'll come back to you in a bit when we've got some more done. So as you can see now, we've basically we put in a 3-course layer of bricks just to sort of take these corners away from the pond, and we've created this sort of level here. Now what's going to happen is we are going to put the liner in once I finish jackhammering out in here. We've created a slope there, which is going to be the exit out of the pond for anything that falls in, like hedgehogs and stuff. I'm going to bring you down and I'll give you a look around. Okay, so as you can see here now, we've got a concrete wall which we still have to sort out, but we've got our ramp going up there. Now obviously you're not going to see none of this because all this will be underneath the liner. We've shaped right around the wall so it creates that arc effect. Okay, we'll have another layer down here now, and this pond will be about 3.5 feet deep. We've still got all the way up there to sort of clean off, but essentially that's what we have. Okay, so the idea now is to remove all this spoil up there. We're going to get rid of all of that, and once we're flat, I can jackhammer out the middle of this, and hopefully it's before it rains because it's gone very, very dark. This is day 2 of the teardown, and once we've done that, we can get the liner in or get some carpet in here. We're going to use some carpet because this concrete where we've chipped it off, look, is quite sharp, and you'll see from the beginning of the episode, it's it was all concrete, so we're getting away from that now. Obviously the pond's not going to, even when we finish the pond, it won't be finished until all the grass is dug up and the patio that's going around there will be laid down, and plantings around and stuff. But at a later stage we will give you an update on that as well when it's all finished. But that's going to be the slope for the hedgehogs and birds and anything else that falls in here, the kids, the dogs, anything like that, the frogs, all to get out of. Very similar to the other one. And we're going to cut away that grass a little bit, and we'll run the pebbles up into the grass area, and then right up in our corner up there we'll put a Hibernaculum, so it'll be perfect for the frogs to actually come out of the pond, that area, and get up. But through the summer they'll be living in all the rock wall. Right, so what we've done here, we're going to build a Hibernaculum today, and this is going on the back of the pond that we've been building. Now what we've done, we've dug a hole in the ground here, enough for an upturned pallet. If you're using like the big square pallets, that's okay, you could just stick it in here, it's no problem. But we've turned this one up just to get it out of the ground and to start laying things in. Now the idea of a Hibernaculum is that you create lots of little cubby holes that things can hide in. Alright, we have got another episode on Hibernaculums, but it was done a long time ago and the quality wasn't the best. But what we're going to do here today is we're going to show you, similar how we make it, and we'll go from there. So ideally we've got lots of different materials here. Okay, we've got some like prongs off a palm and things like that. We've got some old stones, some pipes, some pots, bits of plastic, anything that's going to create cubby holes within the Hibernaculum that frogs and other insects can actually use. Okay, so all you do is just literally dump it all in all sorts of shapes and forms. We've got some old bean poles. Okay, so just all we're looking to do is to create that layer which will hold soil up off the bottom. Okay, use some stones as well, just to help hold all this up. Don't be afraid to chuck a little bit of soil within it. This will help to bring them up into the level we need. Right, so what this does, it creates lots of little cubby holes that insects and stuff can roam around in. What we need now is another layer, so we need another pallet, and that will help us to lift up to the next layer. Okay, so this pallet now is going to go on top of this one. It's literally just going to sit on top like so. Okay, and we'll have one more pallet on top of that, which will have, if you had the big square pallets, you just need a couple of these, but because these are only got the 3 legs on them, I'm just upturning a couple. These, if you line them up, they'll have holes where they can get up through into the levels. There we are. There we go. Right, so same thing again now. We just chuck loads of this stuff on, fold it down around. Chuck a load down the side like this. Excellent. Some more stones. Some more stones. Some more plant pots. Stick some down in there as well.
I can't do just
So we've got lots more little things in here now. We've chucked some soil back on top just to allow things to come up in it, and we now need to put the roof on. Okay, so the roof is buried now. What we're going to do is cut a bit of material to go over the top of this just to protect it, stop all the soil falling through, and then we're going to bury it, guys. And after burying it, this is the Hibernaculum done. We'll create some little holes through the soil into the Hibernaculum so things can get in there, like the frogs and newts and everything else that's in the pond throughout the year. But essentially that's it. So we've got a couple of good layers. We're out of the ground here now. We just build up the soil and into a big mound, and that'll be the Hibernaculum done. But we'll come back to you now once we've put some soil on it. Well guys, there it is now. It's all full of soil. We're going to bank it up a bit more because the waterfall is actually going to come off the top of this. That's where it's going to be started, so that's why we needed to build this now here. Alright, but this bank here is going to be the start of the waterfall, and the Hibernaculum's now under this. We'll create some little holes into the Hibernaculum and we'll build that out with some rock work, and I will show you that again. Okay guys, as you can see, it's pretty dark here today. It's the third day of this build, and we've lined the pond now. All the sharp edges now have got carpet on them, and all we need to do now is put the liner in and we can continue on the next stage. But everything else, look, is all protected, and we can get the liner in. So as you can see now, we've got another layer further down now. We've jackhammered the bottom out and cleared that out. Comes up to this layer and then up to the shelf layer, and then obviously we'll have our slabs and our wall around that. Hold it. That's it. Put it tight. Right.
You have to go over there and pull the middle out, and then the water will take the rest down in there.
Close this, ugly. Right, I'll do one. Just fold that over like that, right? Okay.
Phew.
Right, come up here now.
Up where?
Up there. Right. See this piece?
Which piece?
Pull it tight towards you. That's it. That's it. That's fine. That's fine there. Right, let it come to me. Right, so we're going to get this filled up now, up to the level here, and then we can start building the rock wall. This will just make the liner nice and tight, so that that we can put the rock wall on it without any sagging. I'll come back to you in a bit. Alright guys, as you can see now, we've put the rock wall in. There's loads of little nooks and crannies for things to get in to this channel that's behind. As you can see, it's quite a wide channel in here, so you can get some serious sized fish in here, and there are some big holes that they can get in there if they need to. We're now going to fill this up to the level, and we now got to find some stone, coping stone now to go right across that channel and onto this strong wall. It's quite strong right round. And then the next thing we need to do then here is finish building the beach of gravel up there. We've put a couple of retaining stones there just to hold it back, and then once that's done, then the ponding effect is done. We need to then cut the liner and then concentrate then on top of the Hibernaculum. We are going to build the waterfall coming back down into the pond here. So so we've got quite a bit of work left to do, but as you can see now, the rock wall for the pond is in. And the good thing about doing it like this is you're not actually going to see any pond liner. As you've seen now from a couple of the ponds, we've done them like this. It does mean the fish can hide away from you, but up here Mum's had a lot of problems with herons. So we've had to make sure that that those herons can't get to the fish, but also the frogs can hide behind there and things like that. And then they've got the Hibernaculum that they can sort of get in and hibernate in through the winter as well. So it's all coming together slowly. We just need to plod on as we go.